Hi yogis, my name is Crystal May and welcome to Yin. Today we're going to be focusing on the Liver Meridian. The Liver Meridian starts at the big toe, runs through the inner thigh, across the front of the pelvis, and up to the liver. There's lots of charts that will stop at the liver, and there's other charts that will show it going through the torso all the way up to the forehead. The Liver Meridian is just a channel, so energy runs through that channel to stimulate the liver. We're going to start our practice off in a butterfly pose. From your seat or from your spine, you're going to take the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop open to the side like a butterfly or like a book. You can draw the heels as close or as far away from the pelvis as you feel comfortable. There truly is no wrong answer. It's all about what your knees like. From here, you're going to reach back to grab the muscles of the glutes, pull them slightly back behind you, and then as you soften the shoulders, allow yourself to hinge over the hips and fold forward. It doesn't matter how close you get to the legs, it's all about that external rotation from the hips. As long as you're feeling some extra stretch, then you're doing this right. Stay with me here. Take a slow deep breath in and sigh. Take just one more breath here. And then use a little bit of support from your core to lengthen the spine back up. You're going to release the legs just straight out wherever you are and give them a little bit of a shake out. If you're on your back, you're going to come back up onto your seat, and we're going to go into shoelace pose from here. You're going to take your right leg, you're going to cross it over top of the left, and you're going to tuck the legs into a half shoelace. So the knees are intended to be stacked, as close to being stacked as you feel comfortable with. It's not relevant how close they actually are. If you want, you can just stay here. Half shoelace is equally as good. Otherwise, you're going to roll towards the left hip, tuck that left leg in, so just bend into the left knee, and you're going to slowly draw the feet in towards the hips so that the knees can stack on top of each other. Now you can actually push the knees in as long as your knees are okay with that, because again, the level of stress is completely up to you. I'm going to be totally candid with you. This is probably one of my least favorite Yin poses. Not a big fan. However, it became a lot more tolerable with a block. So if you want or need, you're going to slip a block underneath your glutes. And not only do I find a deeper stretch from there, but it's a lot less stressful on my knees. Now you can just sit tall from this, soften the shoulders best you can, or you can just gently lean forward, going as close to the ground as you feel comfortable with. Hang out here. Take just one more breath here. And then again, you're going to use a little bit of support from your core to press your way back up. Take the weight off the legs by rolling as far left as you feel like you can. And then you're just going to unravel the legs from there. Ooh, that one's spicy, hey? Let me know in the comments if you like that pose. I know people love it. I'm not a fan. I wish I was. All the cool kids seem to like it. Okay, other side. We got two legs. You knew this was coming. Bending into that left knee, you're going to tuck it on top and cross it over top of the right. You can just stay here for half shoelace, or you're gonna roll as far right as you feel you can, bend into that right knee, and you can pull the feet in beside the hips, or if you find you have the range of motion and this is deeply dependent on bone structure, you can lift the legs higher up, but be very mindful of your knees if you're gonna play around with that. If you want one of these bad boys, scoop it underneath your glutes, maybe make this guy a little bit more accessible for you. Get settled into the pose, soften out through those shoulders, take a deep breath in, and sigh. You can stay tall or you can lean forward, wherever you feel comfortable. Take just one more breath here. So lift with the core, slowly lengthen out through the spine, roll as far right as you feel like you can. Take the weight off the legs and then straighten them out and give them a little release. Staying on your seat, we're going to go into dragonfly. This is one of my favorites. You're going to take the legs out nice and wide. We're going to go into a wide-legged forward fold, which is often called dragonfly in yin. Same thing you did in your butterfly. You're going to pull the muscles of the glutes back behind you, lengthen out through the spine best you can, and you can stay right here. You can even take the hands behind the back, push the heart slightly forward so you get a little bit more length, a little bit more tilt out of that pelvis, and you can hold here. If you feel like this works, just stay. Otherwise, you're going to soften out through the shoulders and then just gently hinge forward. Maybe walk the hands forward, bend the elbows, get yourself into any variation of this pose that feels like it serves you. Now again, take a deep breath in and a long sigh. And now soften out through the shoulders as you exhale, let it all go. And you can stay in this variation of the pose exactly how it is, or you're going to take your spine and walk it towards the right side. Doesn't matter how close you are over top of the right leg or even close to the right leg, you're just trying to isolate a little bit from here. And the next time you inhale, you're going to walk your way back to center. Same thing, you're going to walk your way over towards the left, and you're going to isolate yourself from this side. You're going to slowly make your way back to center. Now again, use the core. You're going to start to walk your way back up. You can pull the legs back in by themselves if you want, or you're going to lean as far back on your glutes to take as much weight off the legs. Grab the pits of the knees, and you're going to pull the legs back in with the help of your hands. Butterfly the knees, just to get a little bit of extra blood flow and movement into the body. From here, we're going to roll through into Sphinx pose. You're going to roll onto your belly, and you can either just lay flat on your chest, or you're going to prop your way up onto your elbows. You're going to feel some compression into the low back and some stretch through the front line of the body. None of this should be painful. A little bit of discomfort is the mantra for yin. What I say to my classes 100% of the time is that the goal is for you to be comfortably uncomfortable. Now you can stay in this variation of Sphinx. This is actually really beautiful. You don't have to go anywhere, especially if you feel like this is serving you. To get a little bit deeper into the Liver Meridian, you can draw the right knee over towards the side at a 90-degree angle, so it's almost like a frog, not nearly as spicy as frog pose, but a little bit of extra stretch through the inner thighs, a little bit of extra stimulation through that Liver Meridian. Now, if you find that this is too stressful on your low back, you're always able to just go down onto the chest, or you're allowed to just straighten that leg out again. And we're going to switch sides. You're going to straighten out through that right leg, bend into the left knee over towards the side, resting down on the inner thighs from here. And now again, just straightening out through that left leg, and then you're going to walk those elbows down and out towards the side and rest down onto the chest. Take as much time on your belly as you need. Whenever you're ready, you're going to roll onto your back. We're going to do some belly breathing from our back. You can take the legs in any expression. Soles of the feet on the ground, knees dropped into a teepee, or the legs dropping open like a butterfly. You can even straighten the legs out as well. There's no wrong answer. You're going to rest the hands onto the lowest part of that belly, like that soft spot underneath your belly button, or even take one hand onto the belly and one hand onto the heart. Just whatever feels more organic to you. Take a slow deep breath in and sigh. Now when you inhale, notice what moves. What moves the most? Is it your belly, your lungs, your chest, your shoulders? There's a part of the torso that's going to expand the most. Notice what it is. Just witness it. Take 2 deep breaths and witness what moves the most. Try and think about the breath dropping as low into the bottom of the belly as you can. And so when you take a deep breath in, that part of the belly expands, and when you exhale, that part of the belly drops. Try not to force it. Try not to put any muscular energy into it. Just think about it. And the body knows exactly how to breathe. Your body is designed to do exactly this. This is the most organic way for you to breathe. Surrender into it. We're going to take about 5 slow, deep belly breaths. Now you can stay in this shape, or you're just going to surrender into a space of meditation or shavasana for literally just 1 minute. Let your body digest what you just offered. If you want to move, make any shape that feels like a surrender. Stay in your shavasana for as long as you feel comfortable. Thank you so much for coming to share your practice and your energy, and have a beautiful week. Namaste.